Hi there, my name is Tercy, and I want to welcome you to the latest episode of the Unreasonably Grateful podcast, subtitled Living in Grace by Joyce. And I want to welcome you, whether you're brand new here or whether you've been with me for a while, or maybe you just dropped in and every now and then you drop in. Welcome back. Good to have you be a part of my journey and to allow me to be a part of your journey. I don't take for granted or underestimate the honor and the privilege that it is to share with you and to have you share with me. I value your time. One of the reasons why these podcasts are short and sweet are so you can listen in on a regular basis, get a little tidbit, apply it to your life, see if it makes a difference. If it makes a positive difference and it moves you along on your journey, or eases some of your challenges as you recover those broken off pieces of yourself. Hooray, I'm grateful. That's my hope. So I usually keep these under 10 minutes so that they're really accessible to everyone. And yeah, I'm grateful for your time. I honor and appreciate you taking the time to be a part of this and to applying it to your life, which is where the real rubber hits the road, so to speak. So, I personally, for those of you that perhaps don't know, I lived with an eating disorder and lived an addictive lifestyle from 16 years old to 36, so 20 years of my life. This is my 38th year of recovery, recovering all those shattered, broken off pieces from my past that allowed me to begin to live and fulfill on my mission, what I was called to do, utilize my gifts, forgive myself for my shortcomings, forgive others, apologize to others, clean things up, and actually to develop and create a life that I love. So that's my hope for you. And if you just can glean one little bit of that wisdom that I've experienced over the years, great. Hold on to it, utilize it, pass it on, share it. That's how you keep it. So, thank you for being here. Okay, so a quick reminder on Tuesdays, I do individual sessions where I get to sit, listen, and reflect back what I hear. I love those sessions because always, 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 I see you as better than you see yourself. And I have a chance to be one of the most valuable mirrors or reflections that you'll ever look into. And that is to like hold up who you really are so you begin to get a new picture of what's possible for you and then live into that image until you can grasp it for yourself. And I love doing that as an elder in the community. So for those of you who have signed up, thank you, thank you, thank you. And if you haven't and you're interested, you can sign up at tercyenglehart.com under the topic Work Together, and it's a donation basis. So don't get stopped by finances. Okay, so this particular episode comes out of an awareness I had this week. And the awareness was something like, we never listen. We never really listen. We are always either thinking about what we're going to say, judging and assessing what's being said. Yeah, our ability to just listen is so limited. Now, I don't know if the awareness is part of raising 9 little Labrador puppies who are still blind and deaf on day 13 and watching how they navigate the world by scent alone. Um, and the mother navigating how close she gets based on whether she wants to be discovered or not. I don't know what, and having a new session with a new person or working with a granddaughter. I don't know what led to it, but I can see the synthesis of that thought that I, like you, I suspect, are not a very great listener. That the times that we've really just listened are few and far between, which also means the flip side of that is the times that we've ever really felt heard are rare and priceless. So the reason I'm tying those two together is if we want to be heard, what we want to take on is being a champion listener. And to listen is to just listen, to quiet our own minds, to not judge, assess, evaluate, plan, organize. Just listen. Just listen. It's amazing what happens. I know the times in my life when I've just listened, when in my spiritual practice, I've always gotten guidance that changed the trajectory of my life in meaningful and powerful ways. And yet, we don't listen to each other that same way. I think that's one of the beauties of Tuesday sessions is all I'm there to do is listen and then reflect back what I hear. So I want you to consider if you ever have the experience of not being understood, of not being heard, of nobody getting what it's like for you, of feeling all alone, of feeling frustrated, irritated, angry. Those are all emotional responses to not feeling heard. And the solution to not feeling heard is to become a great listener. So this week, what I encourage you to do, what I invite you to do, is to take on practicing listening like your life depends on it, because I actually believe it does. The life that you want to live, the life that you're worthy of living, the life that you're created and designed for. And so listen, 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 listen. And when you notice that you're talking, sometimes just quietly, silently to yourself while someone else is talking, just listen. Go back to listening. All right? So, one of the great ways to practice listening is to repeat back to the other person what you heard. So, can I share with you what I just heard? And then repeat it back as verbatim as possible and see how well you did. That's like a beautiful in real time test. So, this is what I heard you say, and then say it as verbatim as possible. The beauty of listening is you don't have to try to remember what you heard. Because if you are really listening, it's registered, it's in there, you'll be able to recreate it. If you weren't really listening, you'll be trying to remember, and trying to remember is not the same as listening. So take it on this week and then test yourself by asking the person that you're listening to let you know if this is what they said. And if you start to get the consistency of, oh, yeah, that's what I said, that's it. Yeah, exactly, that's what I said, then great, you're doing well. If they're saying, oh, that's not quite it, have them say it again and then repeat it back to them again until you get it right. And keep on doing that, developing your ability to be an amazing listener, which will also show up in your life as you have the experience of being heard. Okay? Have a beautiful week. I'll be here next week, and I'm looking forward to seeing you.